Yedid nefesh Rachaman, Yedid nefesh Rachaman, Meshochav decha el retzonecha, Meshochav decha Yalai la 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 el retzonecha. When we began doing Jazz Shabbat, we wondered, would it work? And it does. It does, and it enables us to gather on Shabbat and to really connect and to appreciate the music that we hear and to actually find your way into it. And in so doing, connect to each other. So, I know Annika brought a few relatives with her. So just to say, if you're, Annika, could come over for a second? So just, Annika's bat mitzvah is tomorrow. She promised to wear flats. Thank you. I know you're going to wear 3-inch heels. That's okay. Because I know you. But my question is, you have some relatives here?
Yeah, a lot.
So if you're related to Annika, would you please stand up for a minute if you're related? So blessed to celebrate with you, and this girl with a small personality thanks you too. Say what? You may be seated. Thank you, everybody. Oh, you have an archivist. That's good. That's good. Well, we are absolutely thrilled. So now that you've identified Annika's family, I'd like you, if you'd please turn to your left and right, in front of you and behind you, say, Shabbat Shalom, my name is. And I've been a member for. You know, it feels like Erev Rosh Hashanah without the brisket, actually. All right, thank you, folks. I always say, saying hello, not schmoozing, that's for the oneg. I hope that you've had a chance by this point to have perused this extraordinary museum that was set up for our 60th anniversary. Pictures, audio, video, relics, icons, all kinds of extraordinary things were brought forth. Though Margaret Schoen suggested something that we missed, maybe for the 70th, which is we should have baked a round of Saul's chicken. So that's one of those things, what's he talking about? I'll tell you later. But we missed salt chicken on this one, but next time. But in the meantime, there are two people who I want to invite up to the Bima who absolutely made this event possible. Renata, where are you? Amy, come on up.
Is this where you want us?
That's where I want
Can I do these? Hi.
Hello.
You want me to start?
So I can start.
Okay.
Yeah, either way. Where do we start? Whatever. We work together very well. We're having a conversation about who should start.
Yeah.
It's been a great partnership. Hello, everybody, and Shabbat Shalom. It is incredibly wonderful to see you all here. We are just thrilled that you are here with us. So I just first want to say a huge mazel tov and happy 60th anniversary to every single person in this room. This anniversary belongs to all of us. Every single one of us, really, all of us, whether you've been here 6 minutes, 6 days, 60 years, or anything in between, this is about you. I see so many faces, longtime friends, new friends, friends we haven't seen in a while, new faces, and it's absolutely amazing. People that are yet to be my friends. You may not like me, but you're definitely going to be my friend, because I will make you be my friend. It is really, really amazing. But this is a moment of pride, really, for all of us. This anniversary is a celebration about the legacy of TBA. The individuals who built this spiritual home, really, from the ground up. Many of whom, sadly, are no longer with us here, but they are definitely here. They are definitely still here. And many of whom today fill this building with life and vibrancy, and we definitely see that tonight. I know there's lots of people on Zoom, and we see that all the time. This is about celebrating all of them, all of us. It is also about celebrating all of those people who don't even know they're going to join Temple Beth Avoda yet. They haven't even come. But they will carry us into the future, and they will help us continue to grow TBA into a thriving community. When we started talking about this project, when we started thinking, well, what can be possible? How can we do it that it's a little bit different and not just do a timeline? Although I have to say that timeline is pretty spectacular. We realized that there were two things that were really, really important to us. One, that we wanted to find a way for everyone to be able to participate. We needed everyone to feel like they could contribute in a way that made sense for them. We didn't want it forced, we wanted it to feel right. And so that is what we did. So I have to say to all of you, thank you. Thank you for sharing your photographs, your memories, your time, your artifacts. Every single thing that you shared was just amazing. And because of your input, we have successfully captured the essence of what makes the heart of TBA beat so strong. Number two, we wanted to celebrate the past, but we also wanted to embrace the future with hope, adaptability, and optimism. And here we are. We are growing a future for ourselves, our children, their children, and all future generations. Please take a moment to feel really proud about that. We look forward to growing the future with you. Symbolically, you may have noticed out in the foyer, I don't know if anyone noticed, but there is a tree. It's a dogwood tree. Doesn't look like much right now. It has nothing on it but branches. But on your way out, we're hoping you'll take a look at it and take a moment. There's some paper next to it that's dissolvable, and we're really hoping that you'll take a moment to think about a wish for the future of TBA, and you will write it on the paper for us. And as a symbolic gesture, drop it into the pot, and it will be planted with the tree when we plant it. And John plants it sometime soon. But that, we would really, really appreciate that. On a more personal note, I just want to say that I want to express my really, really deep gratitude to the founders, including my parents. I'm not going to get verklempt. And to the entire TBA community for creating a safe and caring place where memories are built and values are expressed. That's really what goes on here. I want to thank you, Rabbi Stern, wherever. Oh, there. I want to thank you for your care and thoughtfulness always, 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 and especially around this project. Becky, Eileen, Alexa, you have completely, totally outdone yourselves beyond belief, making this vision a reality. And the cricket is a game changer. If anyone doesn't know what that is, the rabbi will tell you about it later. Exactly. And I also want to say to Doug, Willie, David, this project could not have happened without your patience, support, hard work, and really all of the staff. The staff here is amazing. They are the backbone, the bloodline, the everything line of this place, and they really give it their all. And as a congregant, I am very grateful. The countless volunteers who stepped up to help make this happen, we are so grateful. And I just want to say that your role was no matter how much you showed up, it was essential to this project. But not only to this project, it is essential to the life and to the thriving nature of this temple. So please don't ever stop. Finally, I want to thank you, Renata, my co-chair. I bet when we had our ice cream date in last summer, I called Renata and said, "Can we have ice cream?" And she was like, "Sure," but I bet this is not what you were thinking was going to happen. Mm-hmm. But I have to say, our partnership in this endeavor has been more than I ever expected. Your storytelling skills have resulted in a beautiful film. In the Senior Stories, if you haven't seen it yet, please check it out. It's moving and beautiful. And I did say film. It is a beautiful film, and we will cherish it. Your care, creativity, and commitment to this community has been spectacular. And we really appreciate your entire family for loaning us to you, or loaning you to us. Sorry about that. And I am deeply grateful for our friendship. Anyway, again, I just want to say Mazel Tov. I'll stop. I could say so much more, and I won't. I know I've already gone over the limit. Doug's looking at me like...
The music's playing.
But I just want to say congratulations. This has been an amazing 60 years, and I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you. And now Renata has a few words.
I'm going to keep this, that's pretty loud. I'm going to keep this really short, but for many of you, I might be a new face, as I've largely remained a silent member of our TBA community. Being part of a temple was more of a formality for me and my family. Kids in religious school, check. That's about it. Everything changed when we decided to involve our kids in the Wizard of Oz production. Amy knows a lot about that one. It was our attempt to introduce them to the value of hard work and dedication. Little did we know this decision would unveil the true strength of our temple's sense of community. The experience was nothing short of incredible to us. Then came the unexpected call from Amy and Becky regarding the 60th. I must admit I had no clue what I was getting myself into. But as some have said, they reeled you in. And indeed they did, and I'm immensely grateful for it. Throughout the journey, I was constantly amazed by the depth of thought and commitment invested in every aspect of the project. Amy, Becky, Eileen, and Alexa, your dedication and hands-on approach were truly impressive. Thank you for allowing me to join this journey and to help you orchestrate a 60th celebration that will be cherished for years to come. Among the highlights of our celebration is a legacy video featuring interviews with our incredible legacy film of our incredible senior members. Participating in those conversations was an absolute thrill. The wisdom shared was not only inspiring, but also stirred new aspirations within me. Torah classes and perhaps even a bat mitzvah now sit prominently on my to-do list. Lastly, a special acknowledgement to Amy, to my Amy. Can I call you that?
Sure.
Okay. Your passion knows no bounds. Your empathy is truly infectious. I've often said that the world could use at least 10 more of you. Thank you for making me feel part of it and for being the best hugger ever. Lastly, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for being a vital part of our temple's collective story and contributing to the shape of its future. Thank you.
Ladies, thank you so much. We would like at this time, if you consider yourself a founder or the relative of a founder, would you please join us on the bima as we bless the Shabbat candles? Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Gitlin girls in the house. Yeah, absolutely. Rob, you want to go up the ramp? It might be better. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have, Richie's always such a positive, but anyway, here they are. We're so glad, founders, children of founders, we are just so thrilled to have you here and to celebrate with us. Folks, if you'll please join them and all of us with the blessing of our Shabbat candles. Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik. Thank you, God, for the blessing of this light that shows us how deep we go into the past and how with joy we continue moving into the future. Amen. Amen. Folks, why don't you go down? On page 20. נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם ניסוחה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה עליך דודי לקראת כלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה עליך דודי לקראת כלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה מקדש מלך ימלוכה קומיצי מתוך ההפכה רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה והוא יחמול עלייך לך דודי לקראת כלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקב. You please rise as you're able to face the entrance to greet the Shabbat bride. בני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת כלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה יללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. On page 28. ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. את אדוני המבורך ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה לה. Please be seated. Page 373. 373. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one, and we will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Page 36. Et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha Vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam leot ayadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam Al mezuzot beitecha uvisha'arecha leman tizkeruhu v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim leloechem Ani Adonai Eloechem asher otzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Liot lachem lelohim Ani Adonai Eloechem Adonai Eloechem Emet. Jamie, that sounds like the blues. Yeah. Well, if you are a person of the Jewish persuasion living in or around Newton, past couple of days have been kind of interesting. And you might be going, whoa, what's going on? I don't know. Check your email. There are, I don't know about you, I'm turning 70 this summer, and, I think to myself, looking at the news, am I drifting towards the center? Is my center of gravity starting to somehow go on the don't worry. We won't get into heavy politics there. Don't worry. I know, but I'm just saying, there's a part of me that says I should be just cheering on the demonstrators on college campuses with their catered protest meals. And there's a part of me that, I was a protester once. It was the 60s. It was Vietnam. But I'm confused. I am. I'm just confused, concerned. And the notion that somehow this discombobulation could create a scenario, let's say in 2024 in November, where something really bad could happen. It just makes me feel even more sick inside. I don't know. Just an old guy looking in the newspapers, trying to figure out a way to get through another day with some sense of ethics and morality and compassion and empathy. And at the same time, man, well, it's Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר, נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם, לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה affair. Man's got the blues. Band got the blues. We all got the blues. But if there's such a thing as a cure for the blues in the form of prayer, it's Jessica Ayers. On page 42.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom Ve'amitenu Shomreinu Lechaim Lechaim Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom, ve'amitenu, shomreinu, lechaim, lechaim. Ufros aleinu, sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu, sukat Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom Ve'amitenu Shomreinu Lechaim Lechaim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom Ve'amitenu Shomreinu Lechaim Lechaim.
On page 44. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת
הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. What a night. What a night.
And it's all in honor of Annika.
It'll be written in the history one day.
Yeah.
You know, as we're all here today, we're aware of the fact that we have friends and relatives who are ill, who could be with us tonight, or just people that we take care of and people that we think about. We, of course, think about the hostages in Gaza, and we pray for their continued strength and courage and resilience. And we pray for that for each other, because we need each other to reinforce that strength that is so hard to maintain in troubling times like these. When we sing Misha Berach, it's all about reminding us, which is on page 253. It reminds us that we have an obligation to extend ourselves to those in need of healing and to pray for and with them. So before we chant together, it is our custom to invite you both at home streaming and those of you who are in the sanctuary to speak out loud the names of the people that you're praying for and thinking about tonight. If you'll please say their names now. A blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. I checked in earlier this week with my friend Claude. Some of you who are AI people know that Claude is considered to be the best AI source on the internet right now. Yes, I do pay extra, but Claude and I get along quite well. We understand each other and the kind of, questions I'm going to ask. Anything from what time can you count the Omer to the latest planet that was discovered. Does it actually contain water, or was there a problem with the science behind exploration? Anyway, it knows me, and I appreciate that. So I said, this Friday, what special day will it be? And Claude was great and immediately gave me the following, so you should know. Today is World Press Freedom Day, a UN observance that celebrates the principles of press freedom and raises awareness about its importance. Okay, I can get into that. That's good. That's very good. National Space Day, hello. An observance that promotes the STEM fields and encourages young people to pursue careers in space exploration. But I bet you didn't know today is also National Two Different Colored Shoes Day. Now, some of you have no idea, but perhaps if you're physical therapists or if you work with orthopedics, you know that this was named in honor of Amy Mullins, a young woman who was born with a congenital defect, ended up losing her legs below the knee. By the time she was 6, she was running, jumping. She's a model. She's been in the Olympics. So Amy Mullins, okay? So just remember. It's also, by the way, National Chocolate Custard Day, which is always a good day by me. And this is one maybe you've heard of this one. I know I haven't. National Specially Abled Pets Day. Okay, I'm not a pet guy, so I'm not quite sure I understood. So I looked up, I said, Claude, what the heck? A day to celebrate and raise awareness about pets with special needs, such as disabilities or chronic illnesses. So all of you who have sick dogs that cost you tens of thousands of dollars, now you know what day you can celebrate that on. It's also the beginning of National American Jewish Heritage Month. Now, yeah, woohoo! I just found out about it this year. Apparently, W founded it in just a driving attempt to get more Jewish voters. Before recently, like let's say a week ago, how many of you have ever heard of American Jewish Heritage? 1, 2, okay, less than 10, okay? And there's some very smart people in this room. The question is, who makes these up? I don't know. Hallmark Cards make some of them up. There's lobbying groups that make them up. There's associations that, there's an association for everything, including, I guess, differently abled pets. So everyone has a lobby, everyone has an association. But, frankly, between us, do we really need American Jewish historical awareness? Who's it for? Is it for us? So I'd say, no, actually, it's for other people. Kind of like Black History Month in February. It's about letting other people know what Black history is. And when it was founded, it was a big deal. It was a very important new beginning and understanding that there were varieties of historical experience that Americans had to understand in order to actually have a full view of how this country came to be. And without that, we don't understand how the nation works. We think it's like a Walt Disney movie, but it's not. It's a trek, and it's a trauma, and it's a journey, and it's victory, and it's celebration, and it's pain. It's all of those things. And our history is the same thing. I am not asking for special favors from anybody. I am not interested in portraying the Jewish people, the American Jewish community particularly, as victims. I reject that completely. We will not be victims. We will not be victimized. We will not take on the identity of our ancestors who were so overwhelmed in the diaspora, so powerless, so without recourse, that they felt unmoored, kind of floating like jetsam, floating in on the current. No ability to determine direction. We are a strong people. We don't need anybody to hold our hand. But having allies would be so nice. I told this story at the board meeting the other day. I was hanging out on my front porch, which I really got to know during COVID. I never knew what front porches were for. because I never had time to, I just stood on it, just walked back and forth. Never sat on the porch. But in COVID, no, what else am I going to do? Plus, I was recovering from surgery, so I sat on the porch. Just sat on the porch until James came and dragged me up so I'd start walking more. But I sat on the porch. Just people would walk. My family would make fun of me because people would walk by and I go, "Hi, how you doing?" Like, contact, I beg of you, human contact. Anyway, one of course the dependable people in the life of COVIDians was the postman. Just kind of like that ridiculously horrible movie with Kevin Costner about the postman, which was horrible, but that notion like someone is still going to bring the mail, okay, that has not, even though the people were like dusting it off and spraying it with Lysol and burying it under a foot of dirt, whatever. We were crazy back then. But, so Tom, it's either Tom or Tim. It's been 15 years. I don't know. How do you ask? I know you're 3 letters. I know you're tall and Irish. I just know you're Tom or Tim. Anyway, I call him Tom. He doesn't say no, so I'm going to assume it's okay. And I said, hey, how you doing? This was just like last week. And he walked over to me, and he said, how you doing, Keith? I said, okay. He said, no, like, how are you? I want you to know that we're really thinking of you and the Jewish people. And our neighbors are important to us. And I hope you're okay. I just was blown away, to be thought of. We don't need anyone to run offense for us. We're good. We're good. We have lots of good people. We're strong. But we can't do it alone. We can't make it alone. And the proving ground for the next weeks and months will be to figure out the alliance that helps us continue to blossom as Jews. And I used to think I know what that alliance was. But I'm worried about that alliance. And if that's not working, I'm not sure where we're supposed to go. I don't know yet. I know where we're not going, but I don't know yet. We can't do it alone. And American Jewish Heritage Month is about that fact and about understanding now more than ever, having a sense of community is something real, something binding, something that makes a profound difference in our lives. It has to. There's a picture out there. It's a black and white picture. I forget who's in it except for Sam Blacker, Rich Blacker's dad, who's standing there looking proudly with a shovel and a horrible pair of Bermuda shorts. I don't know where your dad got that from, man. But you have a much better sense of, where are you, Rich? You have a much better sense of fashion than your dad. But anyway, and what they were doing in 1964 was they were doing the landscaping because they couldn't afford to hire a landscaper. That's what they were doing, right? They were digging, they were planting, they were cleaning. And they understood what it meant to be part of a community. There's a picture out there of a group of us in the sanctuary the day after the Tree of Life murders in Pittsburgh. I didn't count how many of us were here. I had no recollection how many. But the picture looked like there were a lot of us. And we're standing and our arms are around each other, connecting. There's a picture out there of approximately 60 people wearing kippot. They're kippot from 60 different bat mitzvahs, weddings, baby namings, and people had to search the back of their sock drawer to find them, but they were there, and we appreciate that you brought them. In that picture, we're all facing with our faces towards, we're out in the hall, we're facing the sanctuary, and you can just look at all the different colored kippot. It's fabulous. And our arms are around each other. Look, you and I know, given that it's American Jewish Heritage Month, that we've gone through harder times than this. Much harder times than this. But I know this. This is not the first time I feel it and say it. That my father, the lone survivor of his family, the rest of whom were murdered by the Nazis, my father's fortuitous stumbling into the right place to be saved and brought to this country and placed in foster families, carrying his trauma. Every day, blinded by a kind of rage, by a kind of emptiness that young survivors all experienced. For his sake, I will not hide again. For his sake and those of his compatriots who survived, I will not hide my Star of David. I have no argument with those who feel they must. Everyone will do what they need to do. But I'm suggesting that we are strong and powerful and that we can't forget that. We cannot embrace what it means to be a victim because we know what it means to be strong. We won't let that go. We are so blessed to be together on the 60th anniversary Shabbat, this Jazz Shabbat, this improbable combination of people and music and time that we can share. So I would like to, I have a kind of a little exercise here. Don't worry, it's not Zumba, although Carol, I could ask you to do emergency Zumba if necessary. I happen to have a tape in my car. So I would like to ask that if you joined the temple 4 years ago or less, would you please stand up? 4 years ago or less. Don't sit down, stay where you are. Great. Stay where you are. If you had your bar or bat mitzvah at Temple Beth Avodah, would you please stand up? Represent. If you were married or if you married off a child at Temple Beth Avodah, would you please stand up? If you served at any time on the board of directors of Temple Beth Avodah, would you please stand up? If you are related to Annika, would you please stand up? If you are someone that's been a member for 10 years or more, would you please rise? If you have ever been in the choir, would you please stand up? If you're visiting with us for the first time to check out what the heck's going on here, would you please stand up? How could I have missed you? What are you not? If I missed you, would you please stand up? Kind of running out of ideas here. If you bowl, I don't know. And so, the arts troupe. I should have said the arts troupe. But you'll get a recognition, don't worry. You always do, so don't worry. It is a great honor, all of you standing. I'm going to do that blessing that you all have heard. If you've ever been to a bar bat mitzvah, to a wedding, it's pretty standard. It's the priestly benediction. I'm going to do it in Hebrew first, and then I'm going to do it in English and ask you to repeat the English. And if you brought somebody with you that you would like to include in your blessing, if you put your arm around them or hold their hand or just look at them in a meaningful way. So first the Hebrew, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Get ready. May God bless you and keep you.
May God bless you and keep you.
May God's countenance
May God's countenance
shine upon you
shine upon you
and be gracious to you.
and be gracious to you.
May God's face shine on you
May God's face shine on you
and bring you long life,
and bring you long life,
good health,
good health,
joy,
joy,
love,
love,
laughter,
laughter,
lifetime membership, and most of all, shalom.
and most of all,
And now, I do believe everyone else can sit down unless you're in the choir. If you're in the choir, don't sit down, but come stand by the Torah table, please, or on the steps, wherever Emma told you to stand.
Yehiyu liratzon imrefi vehegyon libi lefanecha. Yehiyu liratzon imrefi vehegyon libi lefanecha.
Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, V'koli. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri.
Folks, if you'd please turn to page 282 and rise as you're able for Elena.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tit gedula li'otzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, ve'or aleinu k'chol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, livnei melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'ne'emar,
V'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom ahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We take this moment this evening to remember those who are not with us, whom death has taken in this season and in years past. We include in our thoughts all those innocents who have suffered and died. We take a moment also to include all of our founders who are no longer with us, but who made this place, our place, possible. The Mourner's Kaddish on page 294 would remember tonight the Shloshim for Elaine Gabriel, and the Yardside observances for Lillian Annis, William Bamel, Robert Charenson, Roger Cohen, Abe Ehrlich, Saul Feldman, Blanche Gilbert, Charlotte Goldman, Hazel Gottlieb, Ruth Gottlieb, Jean Hackle, Samuel Henkin, David Hill, Natalie Horwitz, Esther Kurtzman, Mel Kessel, Eric Kramer, Charles Levine, Sylvia Millender, Francis Novick, Seymour Oliner, Sumner Queen, Clifford Hosea Rich, Edith Rosen, Reuben Rosen, Hannah Schwartz, Fred Shapiro, Warren Scheinkoff, Ada Stacks, Isaac Tarmy, Selma Whitman. The memories of all of them are with us as together we recite the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayichon v'yomechon v'chayei dechal Beit Yisrael, ba'agalah v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach li'olami almei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei kudsha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'el kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who brings peace to the heavens bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world. And together we all say, amen. If you'll please be seated. I'd like to invite before Carol, well actually Carol, you can come up now if you want. Carol, how many more announcements do you have, Carol? Not too many, as she comes to the end of her reign. But before you present yours, I would like to call some people up to the bima. What you should know if you say, oh no, there's going to be more speeches. These people I'm about to invite to the bima who are made this entire exhibition possible are people who have the least desire to speak on the bima. And so I'd like to invite Becky Oliver, I'd like to invite Eileen Brooks, Alexa Weintraub, and we'll reintroduce Amy and Renata to the Bema, please. And I also, actually, Doug, come on up. There was, in addition to, schematic drawings, there was a lot of schlepping going on. So, on behalf of everyone here, first the thing I want to say is, when you started describing this, some of us were like, okay, I have no idea what this will even vaguely look like. But at the same time, I thought, knowing the people involved, it was only going to be spectacular. However you defined it, it was going to be spectacular. And I knew, once you got the cricket, I knew that we were bound for greatness. And, we can't keep it up all year. We can't, sorry, I wasn't close enough to the, Anyway. Sorry, Jerry. So anyway, the point being, I hope that all of the various artifacts that we have, some of them that are in our permanent collection, that you will see them. I think we are now kind of interested in how do we preserve a true archive for the congregation, and what will it look like, and whose house will it be in, or whose office will it be in, Becky. But anyway, if you would please give these people a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, no one wants to say anything. Okay, I just thought. Thank you so much. And now?
It's the passing of the mic. Should I drop it? Thank you guys so much. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Shabbat Shalom, everyone out there. I'd like to start with thank yous as well. So, Emma, Rabbi, Jamie, Jersey, Amir, and sitting down there for once, Todd. You guys just rocked our world tonight, or you jazzed it up anyway. Thank you so much. I'm also going to thank the choir. Pretend I wasn't in it. It was incredible. It was so fun to do, and you guys sound amazing. So let me start also with a mazal tov to Anika and to your entire family, and I would say cheering squad as well. Congratulations. I know tomorrow's going to be an amazing day. Soak it all in because it's an incredible experience. So let me start with the boring part of the announcements. What's upcoming? All right, not really boring. Just kidding. Sorry. So this week, for those of you who are disappointed to hear it, it will be the last few days of religious school. Enjoy it. Sunday, Torah and knitting, not at the same time exactly, but you can knit while you Torah or vice versa. I don't know. Can you do that? You could try. Okay. Tuesday night, we start choir rehearsals because we are going to have a mitzvah choir to go visit Newbridge. And all ages are welcome. We start on Tuesday night. If you need details, see the beautiful Emma. She will explain everything to you, or ask me to read you the email. Wednesday night, we have a social justice small group meeting, so come if you're interested in social justice. We would love to have you join us. And then next Friday is graduation. So it is honoring our grade 12 services. If you have never experienced this, I urge you to come. It is incredibly moving to hear from our seniors what this place means to them. So I want to start also for thanking everyone about the 60th. Thank all of you. Thank you for submitting your stories, your pictures, your items, for organizing the materials. There's some of you who did a lot of organizing, for setting it up, for leading the events, and you already have had so many thank yous, Amy, Renata, Alexa, Eileen, and Becky. So I'm just gonna add one more. Thank you for working me for 7.5 hours one night till 10:30 at night. It was so fun, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Now I have a little request, a little something to tell you about. This celebration of our 60th is an incredible gift. It oops, sorry, it really is a gift. It's all good. It embodies the value of L'Ador Vador, generation like that one to generation like this one. It's an opportunity that all of us got to explore the exhibit tonight and across the whole week, for those of us who are here more than one day, to see our seniors and our children just absorbing it and enjoying it and being part of it. It was incredible. Just watching kids who hadn't experienced it, literally looking at the pictures and getting a kick out of them. Not to mention the seniors and the folks who've lived it all. I also got to see my kids as little kids again, and I have to say it was kind of fun. So tonight, we honor the past, and we dream about what our future can be. We are also doing that by kicking off our Legacy Giving program. This is an opportunity for every single one of us to give a lasting gift to TBA for the future generations by naming Temple Beth Avodah in our estate plans. There's going to be more information as the months to come, and there's more information in the museum pamphlet, so take a look at that. We are excited to kick this initiative off, not because it really benefits us, but for the generations to come. Maybe 60 years from now, they will be thanking us for what we have given back to TBA. So please consider very strongly a gift of legacy, a gift of this type, a gift from your heart, and we would really appreciate it. And our generations and our generations will appreciate it. Reach out if you have any questions. We're happy to answer any of them. So if you haven't had a chance to see the whole museum, start at the very beginning, which is the entrance by the office, and that will lead you into all the other pieces to follow. After this, we always have food. We are really brilliant people here. So join us in the social hall for dessert. Walk around the museum. Tonight is it. It closes down tonight because there's a very special bat mitzvah tomorrow that we need to be not in a museum mode. So please enjoy it. Please soak it in. If you have any questions, and please consider giving a little back for your legacy. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Well, it is that time. Annika, would you please bring your sister and your parents up to the bima? And folks, if you would all please rise as you are able. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon inchilanu zikaron lemaaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Amen. You know,
It's mine.
Doug, that was a good one. And now, and can you please remove the challah cover and put it on the podium next to you? If you'll please pick up that challah, give the end to your sister, one end, you hold the other one. Parents, if you'd please lay your hand on that challah as well. And in three-part harmony, let's do the motzi. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Pull it apart.
Our band tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Amir on flutes, woo! Jersey on drums, woo! Todd on bass, and as always, Jamie on keys. Shabbat shalom.